you guys, why would anybody smoke to begin with? It's to feel good, right? And you can feel good by doing literally anything else. And if you're smoking to get rid of a thought pattern, or like to kind of escape a thought pattern, like, you know, like when we game or like when we do something to distract ourselves, like scroll on social media or whatever, if we're doing it to escape like a thought pattern, like which is resistance, then it doesn't really serve us, because then the resistance just gains power because you're trying to, anytime you avoid the resistance, you give it more power. But anytime you just accept the thought patterns for what they are, or just breathe in the moment and just not fight it, then those thoughts have less and less power until the point where those thoughts just eventually disappear. And then your baseline is just your default, like, happy. Because the only thing that keeps you away from the happiness, everyone's just default happy, and then the only thing that keeps you away from it is the resistance. Yeah, my hangovers are 2 days now instead of half a day. Yeah, Fetty Weddy, I feel that. That's why I just stopped drinking. I'm like, I don't need it. You should quit it entirely. It's a false good sensation, like overeating or seeking for constant dopamine. It leads to no happiness, just satisfaction for a short period of time. I smoked 5 joints and then go run 3.2 miles, and I'm averaging on a good day 28 minutes, 50 seconds, and bad 33 minutes. And some change. That's the thing, like, I think that when you put this emphasis that, oh, this is a drug and this is really bad and I shouldn't do it, then you automatically, like, what, villainize it. There's lots of successful people that smoke once in a while. It's like, it's not about the smoking itself, it's about what the F you mad lad. Yeah, like, it seems like it's working for Crab. Like, if you're running, that's you being in a flow state. So if you do smoke sometimes, it's not a big deal. That doesn't eliminate the fact that smoking is wrong. That's your perspective on it, Dramos. Like, so we're allowed to feel that way. If you don't prefer smoking weed, then don't smoke weed. But to tell somebody else to do it, to not smoke weed, is kind of like, I even admitted it's bad up above. I only smoke weed on a vacation. Smoke and weed is a different thing, for your information. Everyone's really invested in smoking, my love. It seems like.
Why are you not? I'm kidding, don't.
Yeah. But it's like, what do you feel like when you are when you do smoke, you get into a flow state. Like, so you get into a receptive state, but that receptive state, you can't really do much with it. Like, you can't take any action on, like, so it's a good state to be in, but you can get to that state just by quieting your mind as well. Yeah. Just let people do what they want and let God and law judge. Yeah. Yeah, Zurius.
Okay. I'm gonna go Giga Greed again.
You are? Yeah.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, he's doing some wonder-related strategy.
I'm morally compelled to tell them something is wrong if it's wrong. Well, when you tell anybody that what they're doing is wrong, how do you feel doing it? So when I'm in a flow state and I have a conversation with someone and I say, you should do this, you should do X, Y, Z, I lose my flow state entirely. Because when we tell somebody they should do something, and that person goes ahead and does it, like, say you tell somebody you should stop smoking, then you're just incentivizing that person that, okay, they'll smoke, but then the second that they'll stop smoking, but the second that they do smoke, they'll start feeling some sort of guilt or shame. And that's like the lowest frequency that you can be at. So when we tell somebody we should do something, we're actually we're not empowering them in any way. It's better for people to follow their own intuition and do what feels good to them, because everybody has different belief systems going on, than telling them, oh, I did XYZ and you should do this, otherwise you're not going to get the results that I have. F everybody, I'm 35, don't listen. 100 years ago, everyone enslaving another person. Yeah, when you use fear to motivate, or fear or like guilt or shame to motivate somebody else's behavior, you're operating from like a lower frequency. You could encourage somebody to like do something that you believe strongly to, and you can just say or ask for the thing in a state of love, and then that changes the entire interaction. Like, yeah. I feel like Julian should be giving the wisdom here.
I'm sharing other wisdom right now.
Yeah, Julian's doing the gaming wisdom, yeah. We're all old here now. 100 years. We're in the midlife crisis age. Nah, no crisis. I'm living life. I don't know. I'm like 27, and I don't feel old at all. I feel like, and I actually act like I'm like 12 to 14, I would say. I feel like age is just how old you feel. I know a lot of people who are like, in my coworkers, especially one of my coworkers, he's also in sales, and he's like a sales director, and he's like 50, and he looks like he's 30. He goes for like 10-kilometer runs every morning, and he meditates, and he just feels good like most of the day. He doesn't dwell on like doubts or fears or whatever, and he just looks really, really young for his age, like 20 years younger than he actually is. And I'd say like it's really easy to get there. You tell him if you're a girl, if not, then don't bother. So how would you tell someone to stop smoking without telling them? I don't know. So if you have everybody has a different set of belief systems that they have going at any point of time, and a different amount of resistance on every topic, right? So one person could think of smoking as like the worst thing because society has kind of taught them, and their belief system they formed is that like, oh, weed is considered bad, and then you go around and you judge everybody else that does it, right? That keeps you cut off from your own alignment and your own flow. So if you actually look at it, when you go and you're like, I should tell somebody that they're wrong in that way, you'll notice that you actually don't feel good doing it. Like if you check in internally into how your body feels when you're telling somebody, hey, you're not doing this, it's actually because your own resistance is popping up. It's it's all your beliefs that you've had where you feel like this thing is wrong and I should shame everybody who does it. Yeah. Every person as a human being has its own like we all have free will, Dramos. So you don't have to tell somebody to do something just because you believe that's the way that you think so. Let people learn on their own. And not smoking is like putting your hand, like think of it when you're raising a kid, right? Like you could tell the kid all that you want that like, hey, don't hang out with the bad kids, right? But the only way the kid's gonna learn is they're gonna go hang out with the bad kids and then face the consequences and be like, hey, this doesn't feel good, and then come around. But you can't really control the minute you try to control somebody's behavior or like that kid's behavior and try to condition them to do that performance, then they will spend their entire lives, when they do grow up, they'll spend their entire lives being like, okay, I have to follow somebody else's instructions, and if I don't, then I'm gonna feel guilt or shame. And they won't actually learn to follow their own intuition. The thing with smoking is not that it's considered bad, it's objectively bad and you should tell the truth about it. Of course, I won't enforce it, but I will tell someone when something's bad. Yeah, Dramos. Of course, I won't enforce it. I will tell someone when something's bad. I don't think it's a matter of right or wrong. It's a matter of being harmful. Well, like, think about the conversation right now, right? So everyone's focused on how bad weed is, right? And as you guys are discussing it, a lot of people are disagreeing, a lot of people are agreeing, and everyone's like, we're all right in our own perspective, right? The people that think weed is bad and don't smoke weed stick to their opinions, and then the people that do smoke, like, they stick to that as well, right? But like the I think calling out other people's bad habits is never a really good idea unless it's affecting you personally, family, friend, or partner. Yeah, like, how empowering is a conversation where you're fighting against something versus how empowering is a conversation when you're talking about something that you're actually excited about, or where you're appreciating somebody, or you're sending love to somebody, right? You can fully respect somebody who disagrees with your belief system and still respect them because they're doing what they feel is right to do, right? Well, gaming nonstop was considered a bad habit 20 years ago, but look now, they're the millionaires and influencers of our age. Why is it bad? Why is telling the truth about something to someone not a great idea, actually? Well, why is fighting against something less empowering than sending love and appreciation to something? Well, gaming nonstop was, yeah. It's all about perspective. Like, Zurius is talking about a perspective where you see great gamers and they're, like, doing extremely well, right? And, like, highlighting those things. So do you go up to strangers and give them lectures about smoking? Yeah, and that's the thing with, like, lecturing anybody, right? Like, when we lecture, we're kind of talking down to that person. Like, hey, I know better than you, and you know less than me. And in that, there's that belief. There's, like, there's an underlying fear there where you feel like you need to prove your worth to somebody by feeling like you're better than them, right? And that never feels good. I don't think anyone in the chat who also said they smoke has argued that it's not for some degree harmful or negative for health. Yeah. For me, Julian is the GOAT. Good that he built a second dock, I guess. LOL the P-turds. It's the same with flat earthers. You can have an opinion that Earth is flat, but you're still wrong. Well, I think everyone's in agreement that, like, weed's not the greatest for your health. But for the people that are doing it, like, how many times have you just seen somebody smoking weed and just talked them out of it? Girlfriend acting like ChatGPT. You need some life experiences for this topic. Maybe more like Alexa. I actually find it really interesting because I think that there's, like, a lot of resistance coming up for this topic. I think weed, right? Like, a lot of people have different beliefs on them. And that's fine. Like, you kind of... But how you know I have no experience in life at all, lol. Okay, let's not attack each other's life experience, guys. I wasn't even defending smoking. That's why I'm confused. Yeah, I think you guys are actually on the same page. I don't think there's an actual argument going on. I said I run daily, and when I've taken breaks, I've noticed I run better times, and when I smoke again, it's slightly worse. I'm a big Lionheart supporter. Does Julian play against Lionheart sometimes? I think Julian has played against Lionheart, right? Like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
Julian's in hyper-focus mode right now. This actually looks like a good match. Yeah, you aged before him too. Yeah. And your scores? Oh no, he aged before you, but your score is better than his. Yeah. Yeah, Drumos. I feel like there's a lot of resistance coming for you for why you're against weed, and I think it might be for that reason too. Like you have people that have been impacted by it, and you've seen them have not so good consequences to it. Yeah. Suddenly 6K score swing. Yeah, wow. Everyone's requesting different games while he's in the middle of 1v1ing eyes, like NR20 and then playing against Lionheart. This already kind of is 2 minutes off. Yeah. Oh, they're saying that it's an NR20 game. It seems like it's an NR20 game.
Yeah. Well, I'm just having fun.
I'm gonna switch. I feel like I'm falling over here. Okay. I can't feel my legs. This is not a high school debate championship. Oh.
Oh, I didn't wait for those guys.
Uh-oh. Are those elephants H4? Oh, by the way, I didn't notice there's no sound in game.
Yeah, they are.
They are H4? Oh, shoot, yeah.
Yeah, could have gone H4 instead of matching my units, but
It's okay.
it seemed fun at the time.
I thought Malta's Expos will rip through Yurumis. Yurumis are a Uno Reverso unit. Angry, angry Indian men. Yeah, they sure look like it right now. Shooting. You can do it, Juju. Oh, Juju's a new one. I should start calling you that, my love. Juju. Oh. Oh, you got it. Nice.
Never mind, I win.
Oh, you went? Yeah. Why are you playing Malta today, by the way? Just felt like it. Yeah, you've been playing a lot of Malta, my love. He's been good at Malta, too. Insane pop. Also, you might want to restart the stream because the game sounds are very low for us. I think the last, Julian's priority, that's the last priority right now for Julian. The game sounds. Randy, we'll try to fix it in the next game. Crazy Yurumis even with that pop. Well, not right now, of course. I mean, after the game. Yeah, thanks, Radu. What does the fox say? Oh my god, don't... Every time somebody says that, that song gets stuck in my head for the whole day. He shows playing every Civ's like a champ. Yeah. Oh, we're doing some water fighting. Oh, he's trying to... Oh, he had units in there, didn't he? Oh, there we go. It's a bombard. Nice, at least they're only half HP now, the bombards. The ending of JJK bored me. What is JJK? I have no idea. What is not right? Julian's GF, it's a good cue coming for you. Are you excited about incoming PND and Drake album? PND, that's Party Next Door, right? I really like Party Next Door. What were the songs that they had that were bangers? JJK equals JulianK. Why does that ship have a half moon? Julian's economy. Oh, you won!
I won.
Oh, you won! Look at that! Look at that, my love. How did you win? Wow. You made such a big comeback from that. For a second, I was worried because he got to you industrial before you did, right? Yeah. Oh, wow.
I just took a really bad fight.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe his army was just...
The elephants were scary, honestly.
Yeah, I had so many NAS, but his army was industrial.
Didn't hear your response. Sorry, phone called. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a Party Next Door fan. Ex-Merc can. What?
I just went full
Yeah.
breed again. This shit is just so funny with Malta.
For a second, I was worried with the age 4 elephant.
Yeah.
Elephants, yeah. You missed me talking about alignment.